Good morning, dear students. Today we discuss topic of broaching. It is a very important machining operation. As we see in shaper, that we have to remove material by giving depth of cut in a successive manner. On the similar note, broaching works, but the tool is having some successive protrusion. So when we let's see the broaching process. The broaching is a machining process that uses tooth tool called a broach to remove material. See here you can see the tool is having the successive tool in increasing order. You can see that. So the material removed is in successive manner, and so it can be similar to the material removal by lathe or material removal by the shaper. But in those methods, we provide a tool of a single point with different feeds. But in this broaching tool, there is only one tool is there, but its tooth are arranged in a successive increasing or decreasing order. So this is the broach tool, and you can see that there are some terms are there. Pull end from here it is inserted in a pre-drilled hole, and you can see the teeth are in increasing order, and this initial teeth are for roughing, then for semi-finishing, and for finishing. So in one stroke, the material is removed or machined. So we can in the later slide we can discuss the nomenclature. Pull end, it is provided in two broach to attach pulling mechanism. So this is the pull end we use for I used to pull it from the specimen. And the front pilot, it guides broach in hole, also work as rough no go gauge. This is the front pilot which guides the broach. Rear pilot, it determines the size of the finished hole. This is the rear pilot which determines the finished hole, size of the finished hole. Hollow diameter, it is held in automatic machine in order to bring in original position. Shank length, it is the length to pass from workpiece and attach puller before roughening engage with the workpiece. So this is the shank length. When the teeth or tooth comes, then it bursts. So broaching is a machining operation in which tool have a series of cutting tooth called broach is either pulled or pushed by broaching machine past the surface of the workpiece. So there are the series of teeth that are arranged to remove the material. When the operation is performed on internal surface, it's called internal broaching, and in case of external surface, called external broaching. So when the operation is performed on the internal surface, it is called internal broaching, and on the external surface, it is called the external broaching. So we have to discuss what is the principle of broaching. Broaching is a machining process for removal of layer of material of desired width and depth, usually in one stroke by a cylinder rod or bar type cutter having a series of cutting edges with gradually increased protrusions. So the protrusions are gradually increasing. In shaping, attaining full depth requires a number of strokes to remove the material in thin layers step by step by gradually using the single point tool. So as we see in shaper, we remove the layer by layer material by giving the continuous feed to the single point cutting tool. Whereas on broaching, only one stroke is required because the tool is having successive teeth in gradual dimensions. So the broaching operation is there. So for broaching, we have to first select which type of broach we have to use and which type of broaching machine is used. So we have to mount and clamp the broach in broaching machine, fixing the workpiece in the machine, planning tool work motion, selection of level of the process parameter in the settings. We have to select what on which parameters it will work, or what are the best parameter for the given piece of a material. Conducting machine, machining by the broach. So these are the some Specification of broaching machine: that the power of motor and its speed, length of bed, length of slide stroke, rated pulling force, cutting stroke speed, number of speeds, return stroke speed, maximum size of part, weight of machine, height and flow rate. These are the type of broach. Based on type of operation, internal, external, as we discussed earlier. As per method of operation, push broach or pull broach. When the operation is completed by pushing the broach into the specimen, then it is called push broach. When we have to pull the broach from the material, then it is called the pull broach operation. Construction is there: solid broach, inserted broach, progressive broach. Shape of the work produced: key wave broach, spline broach, and burnishing broach. The tool material, normally the high speed steel is as a broach tool material is commonly used, and it gives a better surface finish and it has a long life. Fixer is generally used to support and hold the work rigidly during the operation, to locate the work in correct position, to guide the broach during the operation, and to move the work to the correct position before start of operation and remove it after. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt, any questions regarding broaching operation or broaching tool,